Hey guys, so we've got an interesting new video today. I'm gonna teach you, well, first and foremost, look, I found my recorder and my microphone. So hooray. So today, I thought it would be fun since I don't have any of my stuff set up. None of my consoles are they're all in boxes. We're moving tomorrow. But we're moving them all to a storage unit tomorrow until my apartment becomes available. So until I get all my stuff back, I'm at my girlfriend's apartment. And I thought it would be fun to teach y'all how to do Mario 64 very, very fast. For those who don't know, I actually do speedrun Mario 64. I'm not the best at it. Really? Bruh, what? It would actually... Okay, fair enough. And then I go and do that. Oh, thank God. But I do have a 16-star time of under 20 minutes. Oh my God. How long have I been trying for that? You can go... It's on one of these sides. I don't remember. I think it's over here. It was fun. It took me several months to get under 20 minutes, but that's what you do. So anyways, I think it would be fun to jump into Mario 64 and show you guys some tips and tricks as to how to actually get it done. So let's do that. So if you're going for absolute best time, the best way to get that is to emulate the game. There was a lot of slowdown on the N64, and when you emulate the game on a computer or on the Switch, it just doesn't seem to have that issue, which is cool. It's always preferable to not have slowdown. But if you're going for an authentic speedrun, you're gonna wanna use the original hardware, of course. And I already did a video on how to record the original hardware if you wanna get that stuff onto Twitch or onto YouTube or wherever you wanna stream it and save it. Now, another thing that you're gonna wanna do is if you have the option, you're going to want to use the Japanese version of the game. The Japanese language tends to be able to say more information with fewer letters or characters. So all the bits and pieces of dialogue in this game that you have to mash through, you don't have as many screens to mash through in the Japanese version as you do the English version. But I'm doing this on Nintendo Switch Online, so I can emulate it, but because of that, I am using the English version. I don't think you can change the... No, I can't change it to the Japanese version, but I can get the European versions, which I don't want. If I'm doing this, I want North American. I want the NTSC, I don't want PAL. That's the prequel stuff out of the way, so let's dive in.
It's me, Mario.
And see what we can do.
Hello.
I am recording this entirely off the cuff, so hopefully it's coherent enough for you to understand exactly what I'm saying. Alrighty, we are in the game. So the first thing you're going to want to actually come do, your speedrunning starts actually here. You know, as soon as you touch this bridge, Lakitu comes up and wants to interview you. Well, you can actually get around that by a little trick called, aptly named, the Lakitu skip. You see this bridge right here? You see the sides of this bridge? If you long jump onto the side of this bridge and make it to where that gap in Mario's feet straddles the outer edge of the bridge here, you can actually avoid what starts the cutscene of the Lakitu coming up and interviewing you. And in doing so, you can just zip past him and get in the door. Let's see if I can actually make it happen. Okay, well, I failed it there. So if you straddle it, right there, you can actually get past what activates Lakitu's cutscene, and you can just zip right through the door. Next step is going to be going over into Bob-omb Land. Bob-omb Battlefield. Bob-omb Land. B-O-B. Bob-omb Battlefield. You're gonna do a trick called the bomb clip. Now, normally, to get this star here, you have to ground pound this, this post. Whoops. 3 times to release the chain jump. He'll come over here and bash his face into the grate here, and it'll get busted open and you can get in and get the star. But using this bomb here, you can actually clip through it. Okay, so whenever you pick up a bomb, you can actually jump and throw them at the same time. And in doing so, doing that keeps your momentum going and allows you to pick him back up before he explodes. And if you do that whenever he's like really big, it will actually start shoving you backwards. Run over here, pick this guy up, double jump, pick him up whenever he's big, and whenever you can get him over here, it's sliding you backwards, so you have to actually aim it to where you're gonna be pushed into the grate here. And then if you can get that done, when you're against the grate and you throw him, it will actually shove you through the grate. Let's see if I can make it happen. Right like that. And then you can grab the star.
Here we go.
Our next star is over here in Whomp's Fortress. You're actually going to be getting most of the stars in this world. And the first one I'm going to show you is is something called cannonless. There's actually 2 stars that need the cannon in this world. And the first one you can get is right over here. I think this is one problem most people probably know about, or if you're any kind of involved in speedrunning or trying to just do Mario 64 fast, you can do this one. You can probably do this one. You probably know about this one. So that star over there, this is called Into the Wild Blue, I believe. And normally you need the cannon, because you'll have the cannon. You'll launch yourself up against that post there, and then you can drop down to get the star. But what you can actually do to speed things up a little bit is you can actually wall kick right here and just zip your way right up.
Here we go.
The next one, which is the proper cannonless star. Why do I keep doing that? Is up here. So I don't understand how people were expected to figure this one out. So there's actually a star hidden right here in this wall. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to get the cannon and then shoot into this wall, and Mario's hard-ass head will break the wall, and then you can collect your star. You can see the line right there. You can see the line where it breaks away. But there's actually a trick right here to make this, to glitch this, to where you can grab the star without breaking the wall. And now what you're actually doing is you're essentially making Mario wall grab. Whoop. So essentially what you're doing is you're making Mario wall grab like that on the angled edge there, which if he does that, it pushes him forward slightly and grabs the hitbox of the star. But you can't just drop down and grab it. What you actually have to do is you have to be getting some forward momentum right into that angled part of the wall. But it's really tricky placement. But speedrunners have a while ago figured out a way to set up Mario to where you'll hit it almost every time. What you're gonna do is you're gonna wall grab right here. You're gonna be as close to the bridge thingy as you can. You're gonna press A to quick jump, to quick hop up. You're going to crouch and backflip. It sets you up on this bridge. You're gonna flip it, and you're gonna flip the camera over twice, and you're gonna punch once. So now you see that little mark there on the bridge? That's what you're gonna actually want to be aiming for. You're gonna want to walk slowly and fall off right there. Now there's 2 ways to climb up. You can press A and you'll quick hop up, or if you press forward on the stick, Mario will climb up. And so what you want to do is you want to press forward on the stick to make him climb up, and then fall, and then hold straight down. So he'll walk around in a little hooky fashion, and he'll fall off right in line with where you need to be.
Here we go!
You'll notice the music will cut out. I don't know why that happens, but it has never crashed the game on me, and that's what's important. All right, the next star is one we call Owlless. Because normally, in this game, when you get to like the 4th star on the map, or on the hub screen, if you climb this tree and go up to the top, an owl will pop out, and you can grab onto his talons and fly up to the top of the map, essentially. And where you're trying to get to is right up there in that cage. There's a star hidden in that cage, and the owl takes you right up to it. And you can let go of the owl and fall down into that cage and collect that star. But we're speedrunners. We don't do things the intended way. So, what you actually want to get to is you want to get up onto that platform there. But again, we don't do things the intended way, so instead of going all the way around, you can triple jump and wall kick off this wall. And if you dive as soon as you wall kick, you'll come off and land on that platform. Right, like that. So what we're gonna do now is called Owlless. We're gonna triple jump and wall kick off of that cage. And if you hit the right spot and hold do left on the stick as you're bouncing off of it, whoops, you will actually come backwards and land in the cage. Let's see if I can do it. Almost. This is a tricky jump. This is not in the PB that I got my sub 20 in. So it's a place I can save time and get actually faster. So you kind of want to aim right where those 2 points come together. Right, just to the right of that is where I found to be the best place at it, and that was bad. Well, that sucked. There we go. It's not something that I can correctly explain how to do every time, but if you keep at it, you'll get it. And then the more you do it, the more consistent you'll get at it. See? Anyways, on to the next star. So those are the 3 difficult ones in this one. Now you're just going to get the next 2 stars, the chip off Womp's block. A little secret with chip off Womp's block, the star appears in a certain spot. So if you can, and when Mario is high enough to grab it without ever needing to, damn it. Mario's high enough to grab it if it appears on top of him in that cutscene. So if you can figure out where that position should be, then you can get some some extra points there. All right, with 6 stars coming out of Womp's Fortress, we are gonna make our way over to Cool Mountain, or CCM as the cool kids call it. You see what I did there? Cool kids, Cool Mountain. It's a pun. All right, so we're getting 2 stars in CCM here. First one you're gonna go for, well, actually it doesn't matter which one you go for first, but you're getting 2 of them. The first one we're going for is this penguin. So, this is the penguin that the mother at the bottom of the mountain wants you to bring home because this penguin got lost. So now we could take the time to take this penguin all the way down the mountain, or we could be a little cheeky and slide our way down the fast way. Now here's the fun bit. So you see down there, if you slide down this and jump, you're gonna die. Because Mario doesn't do that very well for some reason. But for whatever reason, if you just slide down and just let him just slide off the edge, he'll kip off of it and clear that gap. And actually, you'll send right to the mother penguin. Now the next star we're actually going to get is the last star, Wall Kicks Will Work. For those of you who know, Wall Kicks Will Work is actually way down at the bottom of the level. You actually need to go unlock the cannon, shoot your way all the way over there, and go around the back half of the level to get to the area. Or, see that tree right there? Tree with the red coin on it? You want to jump off the cliff right here. You want to dodge that, and you want to kick, and you'll land right down here, which is the other side of where that cannon lets you off. This is right underneath the Wall Kicks Will Work star. And instead of trying to triple jump here and get up there like you're supposed to do, you can just wall kick 3 times here, and you'll land right at the start. Now there is actually an alternate way to do this one. I believe the falling down there and grabbing the star that way is faster, but you can also, down here, there's this helicopter boy. You can jump off his head. If you suck at wall kicks, you can jump off the helicopter guy's head and just float your way down here. And actually, if you hold A, to where Mario spins a little faster, he falls a little slower, and you can actually helicopter right into the star. Alrighty, next we're going to Bowser 1. Now, there is no major tricks that I've found in this, that I know of in this world. It's all in your movement. So just practice your movement. And you'll be fine. You do have to get the red coin star here, though, as that is one of the 16 you need, at least for this route. And there we go. Grab your star, beat Bowser, and we move on to the basements. In this 16-star route, we actually have no business with Boo, which is fun because I hate that level. I hate that world. So the first level you want to go to is not Shifting Sandland, Lethal Lava Land, Triple L, because we got 1 star to get here, and it's a very easy one. It's the red coins. You're gonna just long jump that gap right there, zip our way over, and grab all red coins. Now, I like to long jump into the last one because it trajectories you directly into the star, and you're already moving at almost top speed whenever you get into it. And that's all we're doing here. Next up, Shifting Sandland. In the Talons of the Big Bird. That is actually the star we're going after. And normally what you're kind of expected to do is to go all the way around. I'll explain that here in a minute. Normally what you're expected to do is kind of come all the way over here. You get up on this pillar here. The bird comes over to you. Klepto comes over, and you go over there, you kick his ass, and you get the star. What if I told you there was a way to not only... Whoops. What if I told you there was a way to not only get it sooner, but get some style points while you're at it? So if you long jump over this, you can jump over that and get up here fairly easily. What you're going to want to then do is whenever you climb up here, you're going to want to long jump. And I can't say this will happen every time because I've had it not happen a couple of times. The fly guy there will be in the perfect position that you can bounce off his head and actually helicopter over into Klepto. Let's see if we can see if it'll work. Just follow and match my movement. Bullseye. You can zip right into Klepto. And grab the star.
Here we go!
That's a fun one because it's not hard. That one's actually very easy to do, but it looks so complicated because everything has to be in the exact perfect position. Next, we're gonna do shining atop the pyramid, and this one's very, very simple. So what I did earlier, how I got over this. So one thing that if you're not familiar with speedrunning, you might not know, is that your triple jumps, that last one that initiates the actual like somersault, can be done off of basically any incline. As long as you get the first two on flat ground. That second one you can initiate, that third one you can initiate from an incline. So you can go hop, hop, hop. And it's enough to get you up here. And you'll actually use that same mechanic over here to just hop, skip, and a jump. Okay, to just hop, skip, and a jump up here and grab your star. Now let me show you that at full speed.
Here we go!
Next star we're gonna get is actually, I think, the only castle secret star we get in this game, in this run. We're gonna talk to this toad here, because why wouldn't you? It's right here. And you get a star. Simple as that.
Here we go!
All right, next, diving into HNC. We're getting 2 stars in Hazy Maze Cave. Gonna long jump this gap. One of them, you probably know exactly which one I'm after. You're gonna get this one right here. Very simple star to get, very just in the way, so might as well get it and add it to our total, since it's super duper easy to get. We're gonna dive back into HMC and get one more star here. Now the one we're actually going for is that guy up there. Right there. So the way you're supposed to get this one is you're supposed to go through the toxic maze, find one of the exits, which will take you up there, and you can like monkey bar your way across over to that star and pick it up. Or if you long jump over here and line yourself up pretty well to where you can get a wall kick off of that angled wall there, you can just go 1, 2, 3. Oop. You can triple jump and wall kick off that wall, and you'll actually land right up there with the star. Boom.
Here we go!
And guess what, guys? We're actually getting close to done with our 16-star run. We're already at 15. Now the next thing you gotta do is catch this damn rabbit. Catch him any way you can. I have found the best way, if you have trouble catching him, I have found the best way is to belly slide down this hill and line yourself up about 3/4 of the way to the right. So probably about right here. But you want to be far enough back that you're actually sliding down the hill instead of diving down the hill. So you want to be there, and he'll run right into you. because that's his only programmed path out. But if you can catch him before he gets over here, cool, good for you. I sometimes can, I sometimes can't. Now this next trick we're gonna do is something called the MIPS clip, because we need to get MIPS over to that star door so we can get through it before we have 30 stars. So in order to do that, we gotta get him through this door. And the way to do that is if you line yourself up slightly angled, you're gonna walk forward and slowly get MIPS into this corner until his shadow disappears. You see how it's going in and out there? And then if you crouch when his shadow's gone, it'll actually shove you into the door. So you're like halfway, you're like within the door and halfway between this room and that room. If you do that right, you can turn around, grab MIPS again, hold down, and jump. And it shoves you through this side with MIPS in your hands. And then you want to do the same thing on the star door. Until the shadow disappears. Might take one or two. The star door is a little trickier than the, it's a little more finicky than the other door. There you go. Now we're through. And we can get our Dire Dock star, which is number 16. So this is one of the rooms, this is one of the levels that benefits from emulation, because once you get halfway over this this wall here, there's some serious slowdown that happens right there as as this other half of the level loads. But on an emulator, that's not an issue. So there's one trick in here that I sadly can't do. It's called front sub. You basically swim at the front of this sub, and you can get up on the submarine that way to get the star. The way I get up here, because it's not as fast, but it is a lot faster than doing it the normal way. So you can get up on this fin here, and you can do what's called silly kicks in this game. So if you're on an incline that you can't actually run up, and you start slowing down, if you jump on it and then just start mashing B, you'll do kicks and it'll actually carry you up the hill. Right, like that. Or we can do the triple jump trick that we learned in Shifting Sandland. It's just harder to get it started because your platform here is so small. And there's our 16th star. So we got Bowser 2 and Bowser 3 left. Bowser 2, again, there's not really that many tricks. It's all in the movement. So watch the movement and learn. As a benefit, though, we don't need to get the red coins in this one. It's always fun trying to outrun the one up. Damn it. No! There we go. No! Now, to get out of here, because if you, because we still don't have 30 stars, so this door is technically still locked. So the easiest way to get out of here is to actually dive back into Bowser 2, and then just exit course, because exiting course always takes you back here. As another quick little time save, if you go up against that post there and double jump, you'll actually clip through and save you having to go up the stairs. It barely saves any time, but it's a neat little thing. Okay, this trick is the backwards long jump. Now, if you're doing this on... This trick tends to be a little easier on the N64 because it does run slightly slower. But for whatever reason, I have found this trick to be fairly easy to do on the Switch version of this, the NSO version of this game. So what you're going to do, and this is also a trick that has to, if you're using the Japanese cartridge, has to be done on the original Japanese cartridge, not the, I guess you would call it the 1.1 version of the game, which has been known as the Shindo version of the game. They made this trick impossible in that version because the way the long jump works is there's no you can do it as long as your feet are hitting the ground, you can continue to long jump. And what's funny is that they actually, in the original version of the game, they actually didn't put a cap on how fast Mario could move backwards. So if you can actually long jump backwards somehow. Somehow that works. Or somehow that physically makes sense. So what you can actually do is you can be going up an incline and long jump backwards, backwards, backwards. And if you can get that timing right to where you're launching just essentially up off of every stair, you'll get going so fast that you'll just launch through the door. And so in order to line this up, you really want to just be coming straight down the stairs, long jump, and then be going backwards and just start mashing the A button. Eventually it will take. I'm sure there's a rhythm. I have found it, and there we go. I have found it works the best if you're at a slight angle, a very slight angle to the stairway. That way you're not going straight up the stairs. For some reason, that seems to work best for me. But did you hear the way that Mario made his Yahoo noise? And it sounded like it was skipping because he was repeating so quickly. That's the sound you're looking for, and if you start hearing that sound, it means you did it right. So if you did that, good for you. And then we're going to do the exact same thing on the endless stairs here. Because this one, you actually will let you open, this door will actually open and let you in if you don't have 70 stars. But it's the endless staircase, and you never get up there. So, what do? We backwards long jump our way up. And then there's a couple movement things, there's a couple little tricks in Bowser 3 that I'll point out. But again, it's all in the movement. The Bowser stages are all in the movement. So our first little trick is right here. Instead of walking all the way around, you can actually triple jump dive up here and get past them. You can use our triple jump trick to get up this without having to press the button and go up the stairs. Okay, so here's something. On these incline things, if you dive and come out of the dive on the incline, or come out of the dive to where, like, whenever you land from coming out of the dive, you land on the incline, you'll actually run up these stairs, this wall faster. See? And that actually works on almost any incline in the game. So here's a thing. So getting over these can be a pain in the butt because he's gonna naturally want to triple jump off of these. Whoops. Something you can do, and something I don't know if it's ever explained in the game, where you just kind of, I don't think it's ever explained, you just kind of notice it at some point, is you'll actually never triple jump if you kick. Oh, it's gone. Okay. You'll actually never triple jump if you kick on that second jump. You'll always do that. You'll always do the second jump if you kick. Problem is, if you get to going too fast forward, you'll dive. So you got to manage that to get over this thing the way you need to for it to be speedy. So right here. Actually, you'll be starting from over here because that's where you get your speed up. You're gonna jump, kick, jump, kick, all the way over until that last block over there, because you want to triple jump or until you're gonna do jump, kick, jump, kick, jump. Yeah, you're not gonna kick over that second diamond one because you want to triple jump off that last one so you can grab that post that's over there. It's above that blue block. So let's give it a try. So jump, kick, and you don't want to land on the diamond because if you do, you'll slide off. There we go. Do that and you can make your way over here. Now there's really only one other trick that I know of. It's right here. You can actually long jump across this right here. If you wait until this crests the top, you can long jump and make it across that to where you're kind of out of the way of the Goombas. And then you can make your way into the Bowser fight and finish it. So there we go. Those are the tricks I use to get my sub 20 in Super Mario 64. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've got a couple more gaming videos planned, and then we're going to get back to the normal thing once I actually get into my apartment. But that will be soon. That won't be actually until the 14th of October is my move-in date. So I've got about another month of these videos planned out. Maybe a little bit more, just so I can have a little time to get some other stuff together. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Have a good one, y'all.